Our CES 2018 coverage is proudly powered by Amazon. Help support our content by going to PLUGHITZLive.com/Amazon.
Hi, Danielle here with PLUGHITZ Live, part of the Tech Podcast Network. I'm here at CES 2018 at the Gibson Brands booth with one of our favorite interviews.
What? I'm so happy to be here. Good to see you again.
I'm so happy to see you too. Can you please introduce yourself for us?
Aljon Go, product specialist for Gibson Brands.
So, what do we have here in CES 2018 at Gibson?
We are so excited. We have so many great things from Philips. We have our brand new Bass Plus headphones, our flight headphones, Bluetooth devices. So we're excited about that. But of course, all the great guitars. So we have so many great guitars, from electric guitars, acoustic guitars, semi-hollow body guitars that span so many different genres, whether you're rock, your rockabilly, your country, your blues. We've got guitars for you. And we're so proud to have here, you see our Slash display. Slash from Guns N' Roses, a legendary iconic guitarist, is our Global Brands ambassador. So we're super happy and proud to have him part of the Gibson family, to go out there and talk about his relationship with Gibson and his Gibson story, and make sure everybody is rocking with these awesome iconic guitars.
That sounds awesome. So, I see some really beautiful things behind me. Is there anything you could tell us about them?
Absolutely. We're all guitar geeks here, but there is no other guitar geek higher than this guy, Matt Kaler from Gibson Custom Shop. He's our resident guitar geek, and I think he can take you through the rest of the Slash stuff.
Sounds awesome.
I'm going to tag in.
Okay. Hi, can you please reintroduce yourself?
Yes, I'm Matt Kaler. I'm resident guitar geek at Gibson Custom Shop. So the guitars behind you here are part of the Slash Signature series that we did over the past year. And most of these guitars behind me we did at the Custom Shop, so they're highly limited, made by incredible luthiers. Some of them have been aged to resemble their vintage counterparts. And some of these pieces here are, represent some of Slash's favorite personal guitars, and we do one-to-one exact recreations. We also do a Gibson USA version just made down the street in Nashville that's a little bit more affordable and falls in line with the rest of the Gibson USA guitars, which I think you're about to see shortly.
Okay. So is there anything special? Like, well, what's the defining factor for the Slasher custom guitar?
Well, Slash has his own signature specs. He's got his neck profile that he loves. He's got specific pickups that he really likes. He also has an emotional connection with some of these guitars that we recreated. So one of them here is called the First Standard, because he found out a couple years ago that his 1958 Les Paul Standard was actually the first production Les Paul Standard ever made. So we did a run of those guitars that exactly replicate it, with all the wear, all the glory. And this is a new guitar that looks like it's 60 years old.
Oh, it's beautiful.
Yeah, so this is a really special one, and I think Slash's favorite that we've done probably over the last year, but more to come hopefully. So,
okay. So what are we seeing next?
Well, I can't talk about that, but really cool things as always from Custom Shop. Unique. We always have really cool things in the works, and we're hoping for lots more Slash signature models because everybody loves them. So
sounds awesome. What else do we have here?
Behind us here, we also have the Slash Anaconda Les Paul. So he chose this color because he's a reptile fan, and he wanted his signature Les Paul specs, and he'd never seen a guitar quite this color, and it looks like a Slash model from a mile away. And then we also have the Slash Firebird model, so basically taking the best specs from a Les Paul and applying it to a different platform with his own aesthetic. So very much Slash's character and signature in all of these guitars behind us here.
Okay, so I think we're heading over to the Gibson USA now. So we have now transitioned over to Gibson USA, back with Aljon. Aljon, what are you holding? Because it's gorgeous.
Right on. So this right here is made in our Memphis facility. It's a semi-hollow. It's ES335 in aquamarine. It's very similar to a guitar that you'd see Chuck Berry play, the architect of rock and roll. It's got a really nice mid-range tone to it. It's very melodic. It's great for country, great for rock and blues. But aquamarine is just a brand new stunning color. And as I turn it around, you can kind of see it. It's a little three-dimensional with all the great wood that we have on it. And what we want is something like, we have the traditional colors of cherry and black and vintage sunburst, but to have something new like this in a very nice, new, fresh color, that it will attract, a lot of people that were like, well, I have a traditional color, or maybe I want to stand out. And this guitar really does make it stand out. It sounds classic, but it looks fresh and new. So that's exciting. And you love this color, don't you?
Oh my goodness, I love this color. And who are you targeting with a guitar like this?
You know what, really, someone that may be new to wanting to get that sound, because we have people that want our acoustic guitars, we have people that want our solid body electrics, and as they look at these traditional ES335 kind of hollow body guitars, they might not be a traditionalist. They might want to be someone that wants to stand out, someone that wants to really have something striking when they step on stage. So this is the guitar for them, really. And it's so comfortable to play. So.
Oh my gosh, it looks amazing. So what am I holding and what's over there?
Okay, so this right here from Gibson in our solid body guitars is a high performance Les Paul. This one is in hot pink, and what we wanted to do is make sure that we show more of the wood of the guitar. So we have a nice faded finish, a brand new color. Like I said, when colors, you want to get something striking. We still are servicing the traditional people that want those vintage colors. We want something new. We have guitars for you. We showcase more of the wood. It feels really good to play, and if you turn it around, if you slide it around, you can see that there's an access heel joint here, or fast access heel joint, and people can have really unprecedented access to the higher frets. It feels really good. You can adjust the guitar pickups and the sound using the rear screws on the back. And then here we have an analog dip switch so that you can really control your guitar's sound. So you can make it sound thinner or fatter. And there's about 150 different tone combinations just from this one guitar with push-pull pots. So you can do coil tap, coil split. So if you want something a little bit more California sounding, or you want something a little more Nashville sounding, or you want something a little bit more heavy and hard, this guitar can deliver that too. And all the chrome appointments make it look like a guitar that's totally tricked out, a little somewhat futuristic in some respects, but really appealing to the modern guitar player.
And what's the main difference between these two?
So I have this. Right here is the regular Les Paul standard, and you can see here this is a more traditional finish, but if you look in the back it has a traditional guitar neck. So take a look. So we have the high performance kind of fast access heel, the more traditional heel. So this one has got the great classic finish. So traditionalists, if you really want that traditional Les Paul, we have it here for you. And both of these models are available for left-handed folks as well. So you want a left-handed SG, you want a left-handed Explorer, something radical, or a Flying V, we can do all of those left-handed guitars for you, and it's going to cost the same. So you have to just look it up at Gibson.com and check out our local dealers so that you can find the guitar for you.
Definitely. So what's your favorite thing about these guitars?
It's so iconic. When you think of rock and roll, you think about Gibson, you think about the Les Paul, and these guitars, not only are they comfortable, but they feel great. If you want something a little heavier, we have a traditional guitar that's right up your alley. If you want something a little bit lighter, because maybe you want something that's lighter for your back for performing for long hours on end, this guitar is for you. So that's what I love about it, is that there is a guitar for everyone, and no matter what I decide to play, whether I'm playing funk, rock, or metal, I have a guitar that suits me here with Gibson, so that's why I love them so much.
Sounds awesome to me. So what's our next stop?
Our next stop is going to be at Gibson Custom. You ready?
Yes.
We're going to do more custom shop guitars, more high-end and art guitars. You're going to love this. We have a $2 million guitar coming up. You're going to dig it.
Can't wait.
All right.
Okay, so we have now transitioned our way over to Gibson Acoustic and Gibson Customs. What are you holding?
So right here is a Gibson Acoustic from our custom shop. This is called the Silver Cascade. This guitar is highly ornamented, and it's got that classic J200 shape, but take a look at all of this fine detail. Now, at Gibson Acoustic in Bozeman, Montana, because we love Big Sky Country, it's great for the wood of our acoustics. These are all, once again, not just this one, but every Gibson Acoustic is handmade one at a time using some of the best woods on the planet. And what we're able to do here is just every detail is hand engraved, hand carved, all the way up. This is all mother of pearl and abalone, all the way up and down the neck. And then we also, if you take a look at the headstock too, all engraved. We also have 24 karat gold plated appointments on here. And take a look at all of this great wood. You see that? Oh, yeah. It's absolutely amazing. It's got a nice kind of blue kind of finish on it, and it's highly figured, so it almost looks like a river of quilted blue goodness alongside with this marquetry that you have in rosewood. So it's quilted maple and rosewood with all this type of Native American marquetry, which is super detailed. And this guitar is part of like our gallery edition. So we do these really nice art guitars, and at the end of the day, someone can take home just a work of art. And they're very high-end guitars, but like I said, the same people that make these high-end guitars make your J45 acoustic guitar that you can pick up at any local retailer, Gibson dealer. So it's important to know that the same people that make guitars for your superstars like Sheryl Crow are making the same guitars for you and making the same guitars with the same type of artistry and quality to commitment as this gallery piece. Super neat. And once again, if you're looking to have a guitar like from our standard range, once again, all of our acoustics available in left-handed. So you can get a nice, unique piece, and we're going to be releasing, just like our Gibson Custom Shop and Gibson Acoustic, we're going to be releasing brand new, custom, very limited run guitars every single month if you check out Gibson.com. And that way you can collect a guitar, or you can find a guitar, or if you want a special order guitar built to your specifications, we can build your dream guitar.
Oh my goodness.
Right?
I have to tell you guys, being here, if you're trying to decide where you're trying to go for a guitar, whether you're new to playing guitar or whatever, the detail is extraordinary on every single one of these. It's absolutely gorgeous, and you can tell the fine detail.
I love the fact that you're so passionate like myself. Ever since we started talking about guitars, I can see that you're passionate about it. Well, you're talking about all the little details. This right here is the creme de la creme, the piece de resistance, if you will. This is the tribute to the 20th century archtop from Gibson Custom. And this particular guitar is all hand done, all handmade, and it has hand painted and hand drawn and painted appointments that span from the 1900s all the way to the year 2000. It's got Swarovski crystals in it. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to take this off the wall. This guitar has never left the shop. And it's something that we do as a tribute not only to creating like a museum masterpiece type of guitar, but to demonstrate how much and how talented our artists are that work at the Gibson Custom Shop. And the quality detail is exquisite. So you look here. We have an ebony board, fretboard with the 20th century inlaid on it, which is pretty amazing, right? We'll turn it this way. It's really cool to see. Then you see all of those hand drawings. You see here Superman, Les Paul and Mary Ford. You can see here the different presidents of the United States in here as well. It's all hand drawn. And then it actually continues telling that story on the sides of the guitar as well. So you can see here President Eisenhower, Muhammad Ali. You can see on the very back pop culture icons like The Simpsons are on there. Different presidents of the United States, Albert Einstein, the first moon landing. So all of this stuff here on the back of the guitar is all handmade, hand-drawn, and we also have a space shuttle that's taking off right through here on the neck, reaching toward the stars for the future and beyond. So this is a really great guitar. It tells a story.
Definitely.
The pop culture, and human existence. Yeah, you can touch it. It's cool. So this guitar, I know there's so many fine details. This guitar was in the vault for many years, and we've decided to release it to the public. And this is a $2 million guitar.
I have to tell you, I am in complete awe about this guitar.
It's absolutely amazing, and it plays really well too. We just set it up. It's got fresh strings. It's an amazing piece. But once again, it's just a testament to the quality of the workmanship and all the great people that work for Gibson over the years. I mean, this right here is the pinnacle of what we do.
So do you know how long it took to create such a masterpiece?
It takes years, first of all, of great talent and a lot of patience in sculpting and drawing. So something like this would take, a year plus for someone to make. And I believe it took him a course of several years to actually make and craft. But, it really is amazing, what our folks at Gibson Custom can do. So I'm just blown away every time I see it because there's so many great details.
It is a true masterpiece.
You can actually see some high-res photos of this online at Gibson.com. And if you're interested in purchasing it, of course, here at the trade show, someone may be walking home with this. We have a lot of people that are interested in it. So you get a piece of history and probably one of the most collectible guitars in history.
Okay, wow. So just backtracking that everything we've seen so far, where can they go for each specific item?
Right, so just go to Gibson.com. We have all kinds of product pages there for you to peruse. Take a look, and we can also talk about building your custom guitar, your made-to-measure guitar there with any one of our Gibson dealers throughout the world. So just check it out. Everything you need to know is at Gibson.com, and we'll help you find the guitar for you.
Aljon, it's always been a pleasure.
You are the best. How about a hug?
Oh, definitely.
Awesome.
For continuing CES 2018 coverage, stay tuned to PLUGHITZlive.com/CES.